Good morning, Nutters, and welcome back. Oh, I don't have the update. What edition of GigaUP is this? Fourth or fifth? Fifth.
This is week 7.
Week 7.
It's just week 7. That's what we said this last week. We're just making it week 7.
Yeah, week 7 edition.
Week 7. No, week 7 of GigaUP, not week 7 edition.
Just
right?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Well,
matter.
not
Alright,
the
anyways.
week 7 then. Just welcome to week 7
No,
of
just-
GigaUP.
Okay, yeah.
Would flow
Welcome to
better.
week 7 of GigaUP. No, you're right. Okay. All right, we ready? Yeah,
Yes.
we're good. All right. Good morning, Nutters, and welcome to week 7 of GigaUP, our weekly podcast about the Giga Nuts Fantasy Football League and upcoming matchups of the week. I'm your host, Sal Rose, and I will be joined weekly by fellow owners and Giga Nuts champions, Commissioner Harris
You.
and Mikey Bishop, to discuss all of the happenings around the league. Now, before we get started, sadly, in this week's episode, our production team manager, Kyle Lizer, has came down with the flu and will not be able to attend. And secondly, as I'm sure anyone watching this can see, we don't have a special guest. Our scheduled special guest this week was Luca Genuese. He's in nursing school, and the amount of schoolwork that he has to do is legitimately absurd, especially with clinicals. So he wasn't able to make it. Don't clown him for it. That's a very reasonable excuse. I'm not going to lie.
Nah, I'll clown him a little bit because don't say you can do it and then not do it.
Don't put shot clock cheese in the group chat if you ain't with it.
If you're not ready for the shot clock cheese, you can't.
But like, I
say
feel
shot
bad, bro.
clock.
Clinicals are hell.
Nah, it does suck. That ass, he working his ass off. Good for him. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but like, you should still be here. Who said that? Who said
it's
that?
40 minutes, man.
Anyways, of course, as you can already know by now, we'll be jumping straight into our game of the week, which features myself for the first time. Whoop de whoop. Our week 7 game of the week will be myself versus Ryan and Hammy's team.
Hell yeah, let me kick this one off. I mean, can Sal stay on this hot streak he's been on? I mean, the team's really been coming out. Started 1-3 back-to-back wins. I mean, you put 3 of them together. I believe that's called a winning streak.
I mean,
so
3 in a row sounds like.
I love what the team's been doing. I think this trade that happened. That was today, right? Just today.
About 7 hours ago.
Yeah. We pre-record this. So, I think T. Higgins gives you some flex depth. I think the RB depth without Benson and hoping that Benson comes back full strength is where you're at right now. But I think your team's in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations, Sal, for finally being on Game of the Week. You went from multiple people offering you a second for JT to make it in on the big stage.
Come on.
Yeah, the Sal trade was good. I like the Patrick Mahomes because I don't think Jordan Love is a championship winning quarterback with the other team's quarterback situations right now. Curry, though, kind of a big game for him in the sense that I mean, he needs to stay afloat in D2. Josh has a lesser opponent this week, and so you gotta just stay afloat. You can't be taking these L's when people you're competing with have lesser opponents in front of them. So yeah, it's exciting to see what Curry can do this week.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on my own team because I feel like I talk about it enough. Obviously, before I can leave it on that, I am very proud of my boys ratting off 3 wins against 2 of them, including Luke and Kyle. Good teams. I got arguably my toughest matchup this week in Curry. We're hoping the boys can rally. But with that being said, unfortunately, Curry's star player, Emeka Egbuka, is pretty much guaranteed to be out week 7, probably out week 8 as well, if I had to guess. And as much as like the selfish side of me is like, oh, that's cool. It does suck because he's so young and he's so goddamn good at football. So I'm kind of just curious, not just in my matchup, but just also further down the line, especially in division as loaded as D2, if the injury could potentially, say he go out and loses this week, could we see Ryan go out and finally make a move? I think he's got to be due to try and get a piece,
I agree. I mean, with McLaurin and Brown being McLaurin and Brown this year, like you gotta kind of just try to maybe count your losses with them and move on from them to try to get another piece that could help you, and they still have value.
McLaurin's gonna play this. McLaurin's at least limited in practice today, so.
But who's to
he's
say
looking
when
to
he comes back
return.
he's not on the snap count, you know?
I mean, yeah, I think, man, dude, 40 points from RB1 is really just like, how can't you be
Bijan's
competitive?
really good.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Bijan's
I mean, his
like
running back
that,
room is
right?
disgusting, you know?
Like Ryan's team is like that. I think it needs a flex piece, but I think you bet on RJ to eventually get there by the end of the year. Obviously, you spent the capital, and then you maybe go out and get a little flex piece to improve the roster. But I mean, Javante's clearly RB1. AJ Brown will play better than he's been playing at some point this year, you'd presume. So like, you know, I mean, you at least hope he scores like 15 a week, right? Like,
Yeah.
If he just scores 15 a week, like Ryan's team is a lot better.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's team is extremely better if AJ Brown puts up numbers where he was drafted at. You know, at the 2-5. And I kind of like, I feel like when we talk about Ryan's team, we kind of forget that his second round pick just completely like has not panned out for him. Like this kid's, I know we said it last episode or maybe it was 2, but this kid's mid round draft is getting put
Every
in
week.
the Louvre. But like it's that impressive that we need to reiterate. It is it the Louvre? The gig in us Louvre? Louvre? Whatever, bro. French people are weird. The Giga Louvre.
Yeah, me and Bishop can attest to that. They got fire McDonald's though. Come on, Bishop, that McDonald's was fire.
It's like every other McDonald's in Europe. It just was better. Better than like London.
Well,
better than like London.
McDonald's in Europe.
Better than London.
Yeah.
And it's definitely better than
Blessings,
America.
people. Bunch your blessings, gosh.
Yeah, I know McDonald's.
Moving right along.
Anyways, we will keep it pushing into our second game. We have Kyle versus Bishop.
Yeah, I guess I'll be starting this one off. This is my second Kyle matchup of the year already, which is yeah. I
Early season.
squeaked out a close win week 3 by like 2 points because Amon-Ra didn't get another catch, and then and now I have him again. He has a good team. I think my team is exciting with Rashee Rice coming back, and with Puka definitely probably being out. I like that I at least have like a Rashee Rice to come in and try to fill that Puka void a little bit.
At least Rashee Rice.
I hope he gets pampered like 18 targets the fucking first game he's back. Bro, Mahomes is throwing the Juju Smith-Schuster, bro. Like he's anyways. Yeah, Kyle's team, interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's very decisive. We say it every week about Kyle's team that it's kind of hard to put a real pin on what his team is and what it won't be. He just scored 100 points, so you hope he can bounce back.
Yeah, I think moving off of that, I think the Puka injury definitely hurts Bishop. Not as bad as it would hurt really anyone else because of Rashee Rice. But I think one thing in this matchup that is great for Kyle is Puka being out, in my opinion, elevates Devontae Adams to a mid to high end wide receiver one for this week. I mean, I can't tell you, like, I know Bishop's scared. Devontae Adams versus Jacksonville as the one, like, that's unsettling. But
Jason just scored 33.
Yeah. And, you know, I think this could be the week where Breece Hall could, you know, actually be worth it for Kyle. Obviously, he's only had him for a week, and he went against a tough defense in Denver. Carolina's run defense has looked okay. But there's just a lot of pieces on Kyle's team that are just very boomer bust. You know, Breece being one of them. Sutton's been mainly consistent. He had a little bit of a dud last week, but it happens. But I think we just kind of got to see Bishop's team. I don't really have anything to say about it. Like, he's done the same thing every week. He just puts up high points. His players perform. As for Kyle, he's the most hit or miss team right now. Especially, he got the RB2, but now he still has flex issues, and some of his players are starting to go on a downwards trajectory. It's going to be very interesting to see. We could see him buy, we could see him sell, and either one of those will more than likely happen in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is with Kyle is his whole team's on bye in 2 weeks in a really important matchup that he's gonna have. Like
That's Ross.
if he doesn't win this week, he's basically has a scheduled loss, and he will drop to 4-4. So I think the idea of buying again needs to happen like sooner than later, or just it didn't happen this year. My bench was awful. I traded way too many picks to move up for Amon-Ra. I don't even remember what that trade was, but I've never seen someone like just have such a putrid bench and not fix it in the first. We draft so early. Like, there's so much time to fix your team on waivers in this league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about Bishop's teams. It's very good. Puka injury suck. Devontae injury good for Kyle. If Devontae and Amon-Ra score a lot of points, he has a chance. If they don't, Bishop wins by landslide. I think that's kind of, and I think the only other thing with Kyle's team is just like, is the Birds offense gonna figure it out?
Yeah, we play Duff defense in Minnesota though. This ain't the week that I would feel comfortable with that happening.
Yeah, but I also think we're gonna run the ball 25 times, so Saquon is probably gonna have a lot of touches this week.
Yeah. Anything to make us look good, because I'm tired of watching.
I don't know. I think this is a Kyle's receivers versus Bishop.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot he had Devontae Adams, and y'all just like reminded me, and that was not a good thing to remind myself of.
Hey, you get to wake up at 9:30 or 7:30 in the morning, or you're not waking up.
Yeah, I'm not waking up at 7:30.
You're gonna
wake up.
You're gonna wake up and be like, "Fuck, 29 points."
Sounds about right.
Just before we move on, is Ladarius McConkey back, guys? He just scored 25, 100 yards.
I mean, QJ being out definitely helped.
Definitely helped.
I was gonna say, I think it's definitely, like, regardless of whether who was out or not, definitely step in the right direction. He looked a lot better. But I mean, I feel like this week will be the tell-all, assuming QJ plays. Like, if he has similar targets and like production, even with QJ and Keenan obviously playing, then yeah, I would feel extremely confident that he's back. I think some just gotta wait and see. Although I would be extremely happy if I was you, because you finally got more than 10 points out of the game, which you don't need. Moving along to our third matchup of the week, we have Rossi versus Jay. I'll kick up like things with this one. This is a pretty straightforward matchup. This could be a Rossi revenge game in the sense that he just lost in pretty sad fashion and needs a team to take it out on. I can't really think of a better team than Jay. Why not? His team's dog shit right now. He talks a lot of trash. He's the perfect target.
So true.
Debo clearly wasn't at 100% versus Chicago, and along with the fact that he probably won't be on Jay's team in the upcoming weeks anyway, maybe even by this week, I don't know. And as for QJ, he might not play. It's looking like he will, but I mean, like we just touched on in Bishop's video, if McConkey's production and usage stays at the same clip, obviously QJ will be seeing a slight tick down, which is unfortunate. And it's pretty much all I got for this. I think Rossi is just a better team. I think Jay's finally getting to that point where he actually drafted and played his waivers well, but after selling, he bit by bit, his team's finally starting to look like a team that had no draft capital and is just trying to get what they can. So I mean, there's really not much to write home about.
Yeah, I mean, like, CeeDee Lamb's back this week. Shout out Rossi.
He is back. Yeah.
Ted scored 2 times last week. Shout out Rossi's team. Yeah, I think this is definitely the most I've ever been impressed with Jay as like a manager for a season. But I definitely think it's just like clear that he didn't have any picks and his second round pick got hurt in 2 weeks ago. So like, love that he got Nick Chubb from that Kyle trade. Hate his team. I will say Deebo Samuel will not be on my team this week. Uh,
Okay,
so
cleared it up. Wasn't sure how that was
at
progressing.
least as of right now, no, he will not be on my team this week. I also would love, now that Terry's practicing, I would love to see just generally how Debo looks with Terry back in the offense. I know he like dominated the offense at the beginning of the year, but that was a short sample size, and Terry didn't practice for most of the offseason. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Rossi's gonna have a bounce back week. Sucks. Well, I'm happy he lost last week, but sucks for the
No,
squad that he
I'm
lost.
so happy, brother.
Yeah, great. D1 up for that one.
Up.
I mean, you guys
Wait, hold
kind
on,
of.
Bishop. Hold on 1 second. I'm so sorry to cut you off. If you ever thought that our schedule making wasn't rigged, look at this. The second Rossi catches himself in a bad hole, I have a D2 contender in Curry, and John has a D2 contender in Joey and Mark, while he gets a cable off of Jay. That's all I wanted to say.
Wow.
That's all I wanted to say.
Hashtag Rossi's a D2 spot.
That's all I wanted to say.
Just,
Carry on.
just
Bishop.
noticing. That's all. We're just
Get it?
noticing.
Get it?
Hashtag noticing. That's all.
Yeah. CJ's team lost. Unfortunately, I really needed a win from him. I gotta keep winning games to stay paced with Joey. Apparently, CD's back, which will be fun, and Tet has caught touchdowns now, which is good. I feel like this is always just the same story for like good team versus bad team. It's not about if you win or lose. It's just about how the squad looks this week, and we'll see. And I think Travis Etienne on the bench. I don't love it, but I get it. I think he's good this year. Diggs and Olave. I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Diggs is still only getting a 60% snap share. So.
Yeah. But tough Rams defense for the Jags, so we'll see.
Like the AMANR picked up though, so that was good for him.
That was nice.
I was unfortunately not awake at 3 a.m. this morning.
I was awake, and he got him legitimately as I was hitting, getting ready to drop David Njoku, and it said, "You cannot roster this player because he's already rostered." And his little grimy ass don't pick them up. But yeah, straightforward matchup there, and Rossi and Jay will get you all moving along to our fourth matchup of the week. As we had just previously mentioned it in my rant about Rossi being a D2 spy, we have John versus Joey and Mark.
Yeah, it says I want to start. I'm gonna start here. I don't want to start. One of you guys start.
All right, I got it. Yeah. So this is an exciting matchup. This was talked for game of the week for good reason. John is somehow 4-2 despite having like the least amount of points for in that competitive D1 sphere right now. And yeah, so that's something. Joey and Mark are trudging along. They're looking good, but injuries are kind of getting at them. We'll see. We'll see. I guess what the future holds for both these teams.
Yeah, I think as what's it called? As Bishop said, like obviously the injuries to Hampton and everything hurts Joey's team. I think the same thing could be said about John. For those who don't know, I believe it was last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, John. John just went out and sent a fourth to Garrett Wilson. News just came back. He hyperextended a knee. Probably going to be out through the bye week, which is
week 9.
Week 9. So a week 10 return is what we're looking at.
That's what I'm hoping for. Yes.
Okay. So potential week 10 return. With that being said, as you just saw with me these past couple weeks, John is now entering that stretch of just difficult matchup. And to not have a player like Garrett Wilson that you just spent a fourth on in your roster will definitely hurt. Fortunately, Joey does have some pretty rough bye weeks in Flowers and Cook, which definitely will help John's odds as they're already pretty slim. I don't know if y'all realize it. Their depth is not as good as I thought it was, especially with Pearsall being pretty hurt.
Yeah, the Golden just had his first good week, so
Golden did look good. Yeah, I think the 8-point projection on him is definitely a little just trying to play it safe. I think he goes for more than 8. But I mean, and another thing I want to touch on right before I pass it to John is with this Hampton news getting even worse now that he'll probably be out through like week 12, I think they said, or something. I feel like if there's ever a time, and especially with their bench like diminishing in depth purposes, I think if we ever see Joey and Mark buy, it has to be this week or next. I think we've said it twice already that they should go and buy, but like now there's really no reason. Like there's nothing holding them from buying. There's no reason not to. When Hampton comes back, you just put him in the RB, and then you have a great flex. There's no reason for them to not buy. We just have to see if they actually will, because I know they've asked around, but to my knowledge, I don't think any talks have really went far at all. Like I think it's always kind of just been like, oh, what do you want for this? What are you offering? Kind of just stalemates. So I definitely think they just need to go and buy like ASAP.
Yeah, so I need to win this week really badly. I play Luca next week, and then I play Sal week 9, and I play Rossi week 10.
Ooh.
So this is a rough month for me. I think I have some matchups. Jalen Warren versus Cincinnati is what I'm really high on this week so far. Me and Jay, and one of the funny little point outs here, because I know we got a couple tight end fans listening. Both double tight end matchups this week because of bye weeks and whatnot. Unless I get cold feet and end up pulling Ertz, but I think Harold Fannon's got a great matchup against Miami. I think that Ertz has a great matchup against Dallas. We saw BTJ finally get in the end zone. Rejoice. Rejoice, BTJ truthers. I have a top 3 quarterback. I think that the James Cook buy really helps me here. I think that Joey's got some tough matchups. I have some favorable ones. And Jamar Chase scares the living shit out of me. As he should. So
Everything checks out.
Like, I don't know. I think this is going to be a good matchup. And if Pearsall plays, it's definitely a more exciting one than if he doesn't.
Yeah, I hope he plays just for entertainment factors. I also want you to lose. I don't know if I've made that clear. Really hoping you lose. Anyways,
I flipped him off for those not watching.
Oh, yes. For all you non-face watchers. Moving along to this is another dud. To our second to last matchup, we have Luca versus Dan.
I can kick this off since I skipped the last one. Dan's team sucks. Chase Brown might be playing better though because he had an efficient week last week, so shout out him. One of those moments I wish I didn't have 6 running backs and I could try and trade Dan an 8th round pick. But Luca's team had a good week. You hope that Trey McBride keeps scoring, and you hope that you hope that DeAndre Swift continues to have good weeks. That would be nice. But generally, Luca's still looking to. I don't know. I think Luca's still in the observational / seeing if his team is going to be good enough, and if that Derrick Henry trade is going to fuck him long term or not.
Yeah, I mean, Luka, we were talking about it past couple pods that he hasn't been able to have that boom game, and he finally has that boom game. So very encouraging in the Luka camp, I imagine, to see that. He wanted us to hear it that we picked Jay over him. He wanted to make sure we fucking knew, bro. Yeah, I mean, Jefferson comes back this week, plays the Eagles, and they might not have Quinion, and Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo will be on him, so that could be kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's the same story. Just hope Luka's team can play good. DeAndre Swift, if he can at least kind of keep up some production, I feel like Luka feels way better about his team.
Kamari's questionable?
Is he?
Oh, on a maintenance schedule. Misses Wednesday's practice.
Oh, okay.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike Evans is practicing.
Oh, he's playing, right? I think he's coming back this week.
Yeah, he should be playing this week. He might play this
which week. I think is a nice something just to take the load off of Luka's flex position, because it's kind of just been either Kamara or Swift in there, and both of them have not. I mean, Swift just had a great week, but outside of last week, Kamara and Swift have been extremely underwhelming. So I think Evans coming back is like just such a massive help for that flex department. And like Bishop said, I don't think it's a matter of if a great or a good team is going to beat a bad team. I think it's just, can Luca's team at least not look like that 155 he just scored was a fluke? Can they at least come back and put up okay numbers? As for Dan, I mean, you're probably just hoping for any production from anyone not named Quinshon Junkins, because he's going to keep him anyway, so it doesn't matter if he does good or bad. He's just kind of looking for any last piece that he could possibly sell, if I had to guess. Like maybe Chase Brown picks it back up. Maybe someone would be interested in buying Dobbs for like a super later pick.
Vidal. I think Vidal.
Oh,
is
he has
the best
Vidal?
look at. Yeah, Vidal's the only reason that fucking game was like remotely close last week. He scored
I
25.
did not remember he had Vidal. Okay, well then Joey and Mark, what the fuck are you doing? Anyways,
They don't want to pay a 6th-round pick for a running back that's going to start for them for 2 months. Which, I mean, I don't blame him for not wanting to do it, but I mean, like, you kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
Or you have to go get a different running back.
I was about to say, gotta be at least ask the price. Is that what Dan's asking, a six for Vidal?
I mean, that's what I would ask. As a frequent handcuff owner, that's what I would ask. As a former chairman of the evil running back empire, that is what I would ask.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, look, for Bishop, I mean, I don't really care if he buys, but for Bishop, he's probably hoping that Joey or Mark don't pick up their phone at all. But I mean, it's like we said, it's Luke is gonna win. Can his team hopefully look good? He finally gets pieces back. Blah blah blah. That's it.
Yeah.
Moving along to an even worse matchup for our final matchup of the week. We have Josh versus Liam.
All right, I'm actually glad I'm kicking this one off. Josh posted me twice on an Instagram story to Drake songs, right? Talking about Bishop Week. Talking about Bishop Week. Talking about.
No wonder he lost. It's the Drake songs. No wonder he lost.
Kid got his ass handed to him, bro. And Puka and Mark both went out in like the freaking first half. So I was dropping 200 last week, and so Josh should have lost by way more. He's corny for that. Talking about this week's matchup, he'll probably beat Liam. Good for him.
I really hope so.
He needs this. No, realistically, Josh.
An all-time L.
Josh has a really good schedule looking forward. He's 3-3 right now, but he has Liam this week, Jay next week, and then he has a division opponent, and then Dan in rivalry week. So he has 3 of the worst teams in the next 4 weeks. Love to see that for him. Hopefully he can, because if he's walking into the deadline 7-4, you feel good about that. You feel real good about that. So yeah, I mean, you just got to make sure you do win these games. So make sure his squad stays focused. Rico Dowdle keeps putting up 40 fucking points.
Yeah, I think going off that, I think Josh's team definitely has question marks. Like, he owns both Hubbard and Dowdle. That'll probably become a committee, even though they just signed Hubbard to like a 4-year extension. I think Dowdle's just played way too fucking good for you to not want to put the ball in his hands. And he also has K9. Pretty annoying situation. In Seattle, K9 has looked better than Charbonnet in every single game. He's still getting out snapped. Like, I don't own K9 in any of my leagues, but if I did, I would want to put my head through a fucking brick wall. I definitely feel bad for Josh. Like, it wasn't even like a bad pick. It's just super unlucky what the fuck they're doing over there. As for Liam, I don't have anything. He did trade with me, so shout out Liam. Got me Mahomes and T. Higgins, sent away Jordan Love 5th and 7th, and then I also got a 6th back. So
yeah, so he did a 5th-round trade. Shot a 7.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, as for Josh, I think like Bishop said, if he, assuming I don't see a world where I don't know who. Do you know who his interdivision matchup is that isn't like anyone that sucks? Oh, it's
Curry. Yeah.
Curry. Okay, so we could see Josh come into this deadline 8-3 or 7-4. I think one of those two is
that's
almost
impressive.
a guarantee.
Neighbors, that's so impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if he does, like, I think why wouldn't he go and buy? Because Kyle, like we said, I genuinely do think Kyle will be 4-4 at the end of the stretch.
Yeah, after week
As
8.
for Curry, I don't know his matchups, but I would like to say Josh would probably be in that 3 seed. If he's coming into it 8-3 or 7-4, so like if Josh goes and gets a piece like a wide receiver, I mean I don't or just like anyone really, I don't
He's a
really
player.
see, yeah, just a guy, and he also has Brock Bowers like just marinating on his bench if he can come back after the Raiders bye with that knee feeling 100%. I don't think anyone's questioning what Brock Bowers will do for a fantasy team, especially at a position as shit as tight end right now.
I mean, I'll question a lot of things with the way Geno Smith is playing right now.
Yeah, that's true. God, he looks so bad. Fuck Geno Smith. Jacoby Myers was supposed to be so good. What happened to
He's
week
getting paid more than Sam Darnold right now.
Sam Darnold's a fucking MVP candidate. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this game. Same thing as Luke and Dan. Josh will beat Liam. Ken's team hopefully
Yeah.
look good. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I mean, we're almost 2 months into the season, and Liam still doesn't have a keeper, so that's something I'd like to point out.
Yeah.
And then before we started recording, we did a little math, and Liam is currently on pace to have the lowest points for in a single season of all time by about 10. He'll beat out Joey from last season. Joey currently is the record holder at 1340. I think one of the most impressive things, other than the neighbor's injury for Josh, is the fact that Jahmyr Gibbs has not played well. Like, at least he hasn't played as good as, like, Bijan has played this year, or just, like, what Gibbs has done in the past. But, yeah, I mean, it's a matter of, like, can K9 get out of the committee? Is Rico and Chuba gonna be a committee? Can Devontae Smith be a real wide receiver, too, every week? But other than that, Josh is gonna have a good record, as we have discussed.
Yeah.
One last thing before we switch on. I just did the math for it because we were speaking about lowest points for. Bishop is currently on pace to beat the highest points for by 100.
Shout out.
So that's pretty cool. So shout out Bishop.
That's without trading a first and second round pick.
What can I say? What can I say?
Fuck you, Rossi.
Well, actually, technically,
can
Bishop
say.
did have he did.
Well, he had extra
no,
capital, but he didn't trade away.
He didn't. No, he got the extra first.
And won a
Yeah,
chip.
he
And won a chip.
Oh, shut up.
That
Shut up, Amari Cooper.
I should be talking about
Cooper
3.
off, bro.
I should be talking about number 3 right now. You know how insufferable I'd be?
You weren't beating me regardless, bruh.
You are not that guy.
Bro, if Liam doesn't have Gibbs and
You were
Bowers,
not built for back-to-back. You were never built for back-to-back.
bro, my name would have been back-to-back Bishop coming into the year. It would have been so aura.
That would have been tough. That would have been tough as fuck.
Yeah, every other Bishop is not as hard.
Yeah, nah. But
You could be the San Francisco Giants, though.
Fucking self-glaze. Let's move on to predictions, shall we?
It works.
Alright.
Do you want to go bottom to top like we normally do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start off with the Liam Josh. Josh by 40. I mean.
Yeah, Josh by 40. Square that. That's cool.
Yeah, Josh by 40. Rico Dowdle has a good matchup. Terrence Ferguson has a good matchup. His team's better.
Jake Ferguson for anyone.
Jake Ferguson.
Jake Ferguson for anyone that's not in GigaNuts.
I think I read that nickname.
Bro, hold on, time out. Did anyone realize that Josh's nicknames are literally
Just
just
their
his
name.
players? He nicknamed Brock Bowers.
Dude, I look, you think that was a sleeper bug, but
No, he just did that, bro.
Bro, he did. Why is Chuba Hoover?
Chuba Hoover.
Chuba Hoover.
Alright, and we're back.
You don't even have to edit that.
Yeah. Zach Charbonnet. Did he need a nickname?
Fuck no. Terrence Ferguson's aura though.
That is hard. That's a good one.
Josh wins.
Josh wins. Josh wins cubed.
John.
Oh, the next matchup, Luca versus Dan.
Listen,
Luca has Mike Evans back. That's interesting. Trey McBride is gonna be better because Kyler Murray is not actually good at football, and he's gonna win again. And hopefully his team looks as bad as it did before this week, and I can continue to say that he won't be a good enough team to compete.
Luca by 30.
Yeah, Luca will win the game.
Oh damn, we definitely messed up the speaking orders, but it's okay. I'll just start this one off.
Yeah, it's because I didn't want to talk.
Oh yeah. All right. Wait. Actually, I have to pay attention to this one. Okay. John versus Joey and Mark. Okay. I was not prepared for this. Fuck. John versus Joey and Mark. I mean, I like Mark's stars more, but with these bye weeks and having to plug in everyone and Scadaboo going against Denver, but I can't pick John. I got John by 5. That hurt.
Yeah, I can pick John. I can't pick Joey. I agree though. James Cook not being there hurts. Scadaboo might get stopped by Denver. We'll see. I got John by 12.
Precise.
Dak Prescott plays a bad Washington defense. Jalen Warren plays an awful Cincinnati defense. The Rams are gonna have a bounce back week on offense. Brian Thomas is continuing to show that he's actually a wide receiver 1, so that's nice. I think Keenan Allen has a bounce back week and finds the end zone. I mean, he still has 7 targets a game. I mean, like, I really just want 7 targets, 50 yards, and maybe a touchdown. That's nice. Harold Fannin rejoins the squad after a brief awayness from the team on his best week of the year because I'm a genius and I'm the best player ever in fantasy. Zach Ertz has a good matchup. What I'm trying to say is I'm going to win. I'm going to win by, I would agree with Bishop, like 12 points. I think my matchups power me through this week.
Fair enough.
Why did you have to pick me, Sal? I didn't want to sweep.
He needs that underdog mentality, bro.
Who fucking who? Anyways, for Rossi and Jay, I got Rossi by 25 if QJ and Debo play. If they don't, 35, 40.
If QJ and Debo don't play, Jay's gonna break the record for least points for in a week. Bold prediction and my record. If they do play, he's gonna score 100, 110 points. If Rossi's team doesn't shit the bed, he'll be all right. But I mean, Miami versus Cleveland, we'll see how that goes on with Cleveland's defense.
You just said that Quentin Johnson and Debo are going to combine for 60 points? Right? 110 points from Jay or from CJ?
From Jay, yeah. Yes, that's how Jay scores 100 points. They score like 25 each every week.
Oh, yeah. QJ has... Yeah, they have been frying. That's
like Jay, half of Jay's points like almost every week have been QJ and him. And then Brees Hall before that added some points. So, like, I mean, Jay will score like 100, 90, 100, I guess. You can get rid of like 10 of the points.
Okay. Yeah, Rossi's team, I think, will be better. I got him by 20.
Sure.
All right.
Dude, 2020 points is a
lot. Okay, my matchup.
I'm not ready for this.
Me versus Kyle. I guess I got me because I'm the best in the league. I guess it only makes sense. I scored 50 more points than Kyle in my average week. All right, that's me.
Your team is so
as much as I do think that Kyle's team can, in the right scenario, give Bishop a run for his money, specifically Puka being out, how much that benefits Devontae. Along with just, if the stars align and Sutton, Hall, Amon-Ra, all of them have a good game, Bishop's not fucking Jesus Christ. He can lose. I think it's definitely possible Kyle could win, but I mean, I don't think you're going to see any of us bet against Bishop until proven otherwise. So I'm going to go Bishop by 25.
We didn't talk about the records, so oops. What are our records just like going into the week?
Ooh, shit. 1 second.
I'll display the graphic now if we waited this episode out until you added the graphics. Probably not.
For heading into week 7 of GigaUP since we started, it's been 4 weeks. I am 16-8. Mikey is 17-7. John is 13-11.
Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna try and. Is it my turn to pick?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try and get up on the records here, and I'm gonna pick a Kyle upset. Birds offense gets it going this week. Brees Hall is literally gonna get infinite carries this week because. Oh my God! What the fuck are they doing without Garrett Wilson? Amon-Ra 40 ball just to piss Bishop off because he never scored 40 for him. Cortland Sutton bounce back week against the Giants. Devontae Adams wide receiver 1. Kyle by 5.
when you say it that enthusiastically, it makes me want to switch my pick.
Dude, right?
Okay, but
then after glazing all that much and then saying Kyle by 5.
his team has a perfect game.
Ridiculous, bro. I think his team does have a perfect game. Oh, Kittle's also probably back this week.
Oh.
Ooh, shit.
So yeah, I got Kyle by 5.
I still got Bishop, but that is very nice for Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, final matchup.
Yep.
We got the game of the week. We got Ryan versus Sal here, and I have no damn clue who I want to pick in this game. I normally go, you want to pick the best player, but you guys might have deadass have the best 2 players in fantasy on your teams.
Wow.
Like, I mean, McCaffrey is like that, I know,
Puka.
but like, Puka, I mean, yeah, but like running backs are just inherently more valuable. Anyway, dude, I don't know. Chad, this is the closest game all year, I think, in terms of a pick.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think that Ryan might have good enough matchups to get it done, and I'm gonna hope that Sal loses. So Ryan by like 2 points.
Yeah, man, I really don't want to pick against my co-host, but to be honest, I see a Brandon Aubrey 20 bomb in Sal's future.
Oh, no, I didn't even think about that. That's dirty. Don't wish that upon my boy.
I can't lie, I just feel it. I just feel it.
When's the last time he did it?
Week 2 against me.
Oh, he's so due.
He's so
Sal.
due. And he plays
They're
Washington.
gonna kick like 12 field goals this week.
Bro, they're
No.
about to decimate Washington's defense. They better get all PATs.
Bro, they kicking 360-yarders this week, bro. You could.
So for that very reason, I think that Ryan wins, but from the margin of Sal's kicker versus Brandon Aubrey. I think whatever that margin is, Ryan wins by. I swear.
I like that pick. I like that. We gotta come back to that.
All right, what I'm gonna say is, Curry, you've always been respectful to me, and fortunately for yourself,
I've been talking shit all year.
there isn't a special guest here to vote against me. So since I didn't get clean sweeped by you, I'm not gonna put you in a TikTok edit, but I'm gonna beat your ass this week. I got myself by 20.
Wow.
I
Wow.
mean, you did basically still get clean slapped. I mean, you can still put us in another edit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
the whole
I don't know
board
if y'all.
didn't pick against it.
I don't know if y'all deserve to be in my Cap Cup memory.
I think this matchup's a lot more.
Yeah, this is a good matchup. We'll see.
No,
This is a good
this is a
matchup,
banger.
man.
As-
Dude, if Mike Evans plays, Tez Johnson's just not as good as if he doesn't. That's the.
Is he starting Tez Johnson?
He's gonna have to.
Cameron Johnson, not Tez.
Is it Cameron Johnson? Yeah, sorry, Cameron Johnson. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can start Pollard and hope he scores, but
It don't matter who he starts, brother. It's not going to be a good scene for the kid.
well, hopefully I can gain a game in the games this week. But I think every time I try and gain a game, I lose. So
Let's hope that you don't gain a game. In fact, we're going to be tied record-wise. Anyways, that will be all
my
for
predictions.
our Week 7 episode of GigaUP. If you watched till the end, for
we
our
need a thing.
special term, we will go into the group chat and type
I'm
in
actually gonna show
2020.
up.
Okay, I'm actually gonna show up. I was thinking more of like a 2020 James Robinson's type of flow today. But
We can pick an obscure player. Hold on, wait. I like that.
What if we do like 2019 Week 1 Sammy Watkins?
No, let's do like what was that line? What was that guard for the Niners in the 2010s? Though?
Mike McGlinchey?
No, that's
like
tackle.
Old.
Yeah, Iupati, Mike Iupati.
Dude, no one knows how to spell that.
Mike Iupati. Yo, go look up some Mike Iupati film. He had some good years there.
Why don't we just choose Evan Mathis if we're going off 2010 guards?
Oh yeah, go Birds. Yeah, Evan Mathis.
Go Birds. Evan Mathis. If you're in, you watch this.
If you're a Niners guy, go Iupati.
Who the fuck is a Niners guy?
Oh,
Evan
brother.
Mathis in the group chat, and you will be Week 8 special guest. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, give us ideas on what to film for the YouTube, and thank you all for watching.
Hit that like button.
Peace.
Cool.